Please meet David. He says he's been living in his car in order to save his marriage. David, what's going on?
Jerry, I've been married 3 years to my wife, and the last 2.5 of that 3 years I've been living in my car because her children are so disrespectful that I cannot live in the house. They've carved names, F words in my car, pushed potatoes up my tailpipe when I was there. It ain't funny, people.
It's
throwed horse all over the windshield and the hood.
Why not move the car?
I did move the car. I had to move to another town.
Why live in the car? And I'm not making. Why live in the car?
Because I love my wife and I want to be with her, and that's the only way. I cannot live in the house. She's
in the house.
She's in the house.
If you love your house, if you love your wife, why don't you live in the house with her and discipline the kids?
Because she won't let me discipline the kids.
What I'm not understanding why, if a husband and wife are having a problem, okay, maybe overnight you stay in the car. I'll give you 2 nights, but 2.5 years? Am I missing something?
Where else am I going to stay? I don't want this relationship to end. I don't want our marriage to end. I mean, sure, I could take off and go somewhere, but I don't want our relationship to end. The only time I can be with my wife is when the kids are in school.
Did you ever, talk to her and say, you know what, honey, it's kind of cold in the car. Can we work something out?
Yeah.
And she says what? She says, too bad, stay in the car.
Right. You got it.
She won't discipline the kids?
She won't discipline the kids.
Does she love you?
She says she does, Jerry, but...
Why do you stay with her? It doesn't seem like there's much of a...
I love her. I love her more than life.
Are you ever intimate with her? You have sex with her? Yeah. Does she come out to the car? Or you go?
Yes, she has. She has stayed a couple of nights in the car. We've camped out. We've stayed in motels.
Why do you want to stay in this? Why are you here today?
I'm here to confront her about this. I'm moving back in, or I'm moving on. I'm fed up. That's it.
Okay. Well, you're going to have someone help you start the car, apparently. But I tell you what, we have this on tape. He's right. We had a crew go down and...
Right.
Let's take a look at what it's like living in a car.
I left and started sleeping in my car. I've been here in this car for 2.5 years now. Until she makes the kids, discipline the kids, and make them respect me, I'm going to be here in this car. Because I love her. Now this is where I hit the deer, the reason the car was messed up. I hit him in here. He took out the headlight and bent the fender all up. He rolled up the hood and into the window. His head hit in here and crushed us. When I need to wash up, I go over here in this creek. I use the bathroom out here in these woods. I've got to change clothes out here in the woods because I can't do it in my car, and I have to be away from people when I do it. Her daughter spit on me, or her son calls me his bitch, and he's my daddy, and you name it, and it's done. The only time we can be together is if we go get a motel room, or if the kids are in school and I've got a gas or whatever, or hitchhike out to see her. It's the only time we can be together. That house right over there is where I should be with my wife. But the kids are home right now. That dog in the yard that's barking is my dog.
Thank you, buddy.
Mom here?
Get your ass in the car. Leave. Now. Follow your hat.
Put your hands on me, boy.
Leave, bitch.
Yeah,
I'll straight knock your ass out. Who don't have a job? Huh? Answer me that.
I sleep in the car because you're a This is all I've got. This and the love for my wife. The way I do this is I usually move the seat back all the way, and then I pull this up, drop the seat back and put that there and that here. And there I am. This is the way I sleep. I will keep my integrity and stay in this car until she gives in, because I won't give in, and I want this marriage to work.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, this has to be one of the strangest stories we've had. This is David. David has been married for 3 years. He says he loves his wife very much. There are 2 children in the household. Apparently, you are the stepdad, as I understand it. But you don't get along with the children or the young men They're teenagers now, right?
They're teenagers now, yeah, Jerry.
Okay. You don't get along with them. And so they've been married 3 years, and for the last 2.5 years, you've been living in the car.
Yes, sir. I sure have.
And because you say...
I know it's strange, but I love my wife that much. She's everything to me. I mean, to the point that I put up with that a lot. And today it stops. It stops. One way or the other, this whole thing stops.
Well, I'll let you talk to the kids. Here they are, Jeff and Brandy.
You made my mom a prostitute.
She's a
straight up old man.
Yo,
Who the hell do you
out.
think you are?
Knock me out,
Huh?
punk. Knock me out.
Yeah, what you doing? No one's stopping you. Nothing's stopping you but fear and common sense, boy. That's what I thought. Who do you think you are?
Is it true that you prostituted their mom?
No, I didn't. She was a prostitute before I met her.
You're a liar.
You made her have $30 so you can stay in a hotel.
No,
Which
it
every
didn't.
month you call 4 days
She
till the check gets in.
She did at
so
one.
she can get you in a hotel.
In the 3 years we've
What
been
a husband you are.
You're no
What a
good.
man.
3
You
years.
say you say I need discipline, huh? I don't need discipline.
Yeah, you
I'm a
do.
bigger man than what you ever be, boy.
You're disrespectful to your mother.
No.
You treat her like a
No.
slave.
I treat her better than what
You
you
sit on the
do.
couch and have her bring food to you.
Well, you
And
sit in the car and call her and wait on
You
money.
call her back.
You
You
only
call her
wait
back
for
to
money, David.
back into the living room and have her carry the plate back. You
do.
treat her like a slave. Yeah, you do.
I'm the one that gives
You
her
don't
food.
even know
I'm the
how
one
to
that
do
takes
it,
care of her.
David.
No, you
don't even
don't.
got a job, buddy, so quit running your mouth about everything.
You do nothing but sponge off my mom. Everything you
No,
get,
I
what
don't.
does she got?
She don't give me
You're
a penny.
lying.
She don't?
I've never,
You're
I've
lying.
never taken
What
a penny
about
from
the
your
Who
motel?
mom.
buys the
What
hotel?
about
Who rents
the
the
motel?
hotel?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Where do you get the money?
Who brought
You where do you get the money?
I earn it. You're tell you what, put your hands on me again and I'll take you.
Me like that again.
Don't touch me, punk.
Hey, relax, 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 relax,
Tell you what,
relax.
I've waited 3 years to
Talk now. Let's not relax and talk to Jerry, all right? We're not going to get in a fight with this young kid.
Calm
What,
down, you have a
uh,
heart attack.
What do you want to say?
He's no good. He's an embarrassment.
What has he done to you?
He stands on the street with a sign, Jerry.
right, bring
holding a
bread
sign
and
up.
food into the house for you
Oh,
kids.
we don't need none. Trust us. We got jobs. We can support ourselves.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
3 years ago you didn't. 2 years ago you didn't.
It don't matter.
I'm fed up with you spitting in
Here
my
you are,
face.
What are you
56 years
gonna
old,
do,
you still ain't got a
boy?
job.
You ain't gonna do.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever,
whatever.
No, I ain't.
There's more than whatever in that dictionary, buddy.
Why did you lock the door?
Because he had a
house.
15-year-old girl pregnant when I was 15
What I
years
did
old.
before you and your mother and Jeff is none of your business.
Yes, it is, because
What?
I was 15 years old
Now,
at
her
the
family
time.
ain't got no problems with it.
Yeah, she does.
No, they don't.
Well, that makes her a slut then.
How old are you? How old are you?
54.
Well,
With a 15-year-old.
so you're getting a 15-year-old
When he
girl
was 50
pregnant?
years old, he did a 15-year-old. And still alive today. I don't
Well,
know.
that makes she has reason to be afraid. No.
She ain't afraid.
No, I'm not, because I'll knock your clear up to your throat.
Do it.
You don't think I will? You don't think I
Do it.
will? You don't think I will?
No, I don't think you
you
will.
could show.
I don't think you're big enough.
Oh, I'm big enough than you are there, David.
Chris.
I would
Whatever.
No,
think.
take that back. You're a lot bigger than I am.
I'm just
Whatever.
trying.
You ain't nothing.
And
No, you
are.
ain't nothing, buddy.
Yeah. I'm your stepdad.
You
and,
ain't
and
nothing.
I think
the
not.
husband of your mother.
What if your mom? Let's assume, just for the sake, that your mom loves him. I mean, she married him for some reason.
Because she felt sorry for him, and that was straight from her mouth. She felt sorry for him.
But if she
Tells you
wants
one
to be
thing, tells me
married, if
something
she
else.
I'm
wants
her
to
kid,
be,
she'll tell me the truth, not you.
Yeah, whatever.
if she wants to be married,
she lies like.
hold on. If she wants to be married to him, she's an adult. Why not let her be married to
I
him?
don't know how many times she's told me that she would divorce him if she ain't got the money. I promise you she said that.
Hell, I'll
She
pay
don't
for
love
the
him.
divorce.
Does she tell you she loves you?
Yes, sir. She sure does.
Well,
With all her
wouldn't a woman who loves
That's the
her
reason I stayed
husband?
in the car for 2.5 years.
Yeah,
That's the
eventually
reason
you
that's the
think you
reason
get
when
the
the kids
point.
ain't around, I go visit. I hitchhike.
You're
and
in the
visit.
house when they're not home.
That's right.
Let me catch you there, buddy.
Well, he's allowed to be in the house.
No,
right?
that's
I'm allowed
my
to be with
house.
my
That
wife.
is
It's
our
his wife.
house.
Anytime,
I don't
anywhere.
Care. That's our house.
But
And
listen-
you don't think you're the boss to come in and run your
Listen,
mouth
Jerry.
on me and my brother and my mother.
That's our mother. Now, how would you like it if someone would try to make your mom for $30 so you can eat?
I never. She was a whore.
Well, let me
She was a
think.
whore on your
Well, I
back.
will straight mess your world up.
You're
No, I'm
the
against
whore.
it.
Act like you're doing something.
You say that he mistreats your mom, forces her to be a prostitute. You say you're
prostitute
afraid of
before I
him
knew her.
because he messed
bet.
around with a
I begged her
15-year-old
not
girl.
to be a prostitute.
Do what?
You
I
try
begged
to
her
go
not to
hard.
be a prostitute.
Okay.
She was a prostitute years before I come along.
Jerry
Okay.
was talking. Don't interrupt.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Tell you
What are you
something, little
gonna do,
Missy. I
punk?
don't take orders from a punk.
Tell her too, all right? Don't say that thing. That's just-
I want an apology now for that.
You ain't getting nothing, buddy.
I know you look.
I'm so happy for you. You learned a new word.
Whatever.
Let's not do that. All right, let's meet. Yeah, there's some.
Forehead's
All
getting
right.
all glossy.
Anyway, for the last 2.5 years, he's been living in the car because they won't let him in the house.
Think that's funny?
They didn't even think my jokes before the show were funny. I gotta tell you. All right, let's bring out. Yeah, let's bring out your wife, your mom. Here she is, Linda.
I do love you, David, but you can't go my kids that way.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
You don't
She's a
touch my
damn
kids,
woman.
I touch Jack.
Hey,
Talk to you.
you don't put stand.
Oh, she's gonna handle me.
Don't stand. Your hands out. Who wants to shit?
I took care of it.
So, all right, Mom. This is admittedly a crazy situation.
I love David to death. I mean, he's my husband, but I told him if he ever tries to jump on my kids, I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to stand for it, and that's why I spanked
Well,
his face.
why do you stay married to? I mean, you have him living in the car. Let's be
That's
honest.
his
For
own
2.5
problem.
years, who stays married to a husband that stays in the car for 2.5 years?
That's his own choice, because he could have been staying with us, but he will not
But
get
they
a
won't
job.
have it.
I know, because he will not get a job. He will
Job or not, he's not coming.
He's
He
not
will
coming
not.
You ain't lived through 3 years
years that I've lived through. So
David,
you don't know.
won't get a job. You won't help out on nothing. You
don't-
stand on the corner with the sign that says
Man,
homeless vet needs help. That's taking food out
That
of
was
other
a-
people's mouths. I beg you to get a job and you won't do it. I say, help me get
Man,
a home.
I had
'cause
a job.
I love you.
And your kids messed it up. I flattened my tires and messed my car up.
You shouldn't have.
You
Boy, I
had a
couldn't
job
drive.
by,
in my
you had a job by
driveway.
standing on the corner holding
No,
a sign.
I had a job in Columbus working. Brought 3 packs of cigarettes to you and 2 cartons of pop and bologna and everything else with the money.
How'd you like the horse poop on your car?
You eat more.
Man whore.
Man, whore!
You're stupid, Randy.
So
You're
are
stupid.
you.
David, if
That's
you would
why I'm
just
in a
get
senior
a
in high
job,
school.
if you would just help me out, pay the bills, help me around the
I
house.
ain't paying the bills for disrespecting children.
I know you won't
I ain't
do
doing nothing
around.
for them.
And
There's
I'm
more
not
to
going
come. We'll be
nothing.
back.
I'm not doing nothing for disrespecting kids. They can't respect me. I ain't doing nothing for them.
Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have 2 options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.